Hello friends, in the last part we started making this portfolio website and we have added this title and the subtitle and the animation over it. So now we will be making this about me page. Let's get started. So here inside this component we're gonna be adding another folder called about. Inside this we're gonna be having an So now as we can see here we have this title, we have this subtitle text here, and here we have an image. So inside this data.json we have this title, we have this image, and we have a description here. And now inside this image I have added this profile.jpg, which is just a random image that I got from the internet. So yeah, I will be using that. So inside this about, let's write some code. So we have this about.js file. So here inside this we have this container, inside that we have a title. As we can see we have this title. After that we have this line here. So this will be this dash here. After that we have a wrapper. This whole thing we can see as a wrapper. Inside this we have two part. One is this subtitle text and another is this image container. So this will be on a box here. Inside this we have the subtitle, and inside this we have this image container, and I'm using about not image as image source. So first of all let's import this about inside this main. So we have this about here, we have this title, the subtitle, and image. Let's try to add some styles to this about. So we have added few of the styles inside this about.scss. Let's see how it looks. So we have this about me page here. So now we have this about me page here. We have this image about me, this line, and this subtitle text, and we have this home page here. Now let's try to add the scroll pills, and currently we can see like we can just scroll it as it is, but like in our page it was like a snap view. So let's try to add this snap as well. So inside this component we're going to be having another folder called page. So this page will be a kind of a wrapper over all of the pages that we are passing inside this page. So let's try to implement it. So for now we will just taking children from the props and we're gonna be adding it inside this. So let's try to use this page inside this main. So here instead of this container, I will be using this page. So inside this page, we are passing this both as a children. This page will be rendering that children. So there is no difference right now. Let's add few styles to this page. So like inside this page, I will be adding a style called page, and inside this we will just add height as 100 VL, and this will be equal to max height as well. And next is we're going to be adding a scroll snap time, and this will be my, it will be a mandatory thing, and the overflow while we will be then scroll, because we want to make scroll in Y position. So now in the about.scss, we're going to be adding scroll snap align. Snap align, and this will be equal to a start, because we want to align this thing to the starting thing. So this we will be adding to this home as well. So this home will be having this scroll snap align equal to start, so it will be snapping to Y as well. Now we can see this is snapping to the top. So now let's try to add this spills here. So now the spills, this nav bar, everything we can handle using this page. So we know like the number of pages inside this is equal to the length of this children. So we can write, so this page count will be the number of children it was having inside this page. So currently we have number of children as 2. So now we can write here, so this dots will be a component here, and this will be rendering all of the dots that we are seeing in the website. So we can write here, so yeah, that's it. So let's add this dots here in the styles. So here we have this dots, and inside this we have dot. So let's just see how it looks. So now there are 2 dots here. Let's try to add the active dots like we can see here. So whenever we scroll, this active position changes as well. So let's try to implement it. So first of all, the background color, I will be adding another color here. So this light purple I will be using here in this background for now. So we have this light purple background here. So first of all, we will be adding a ref here. So it will be called a page ref. This ref will be used with this page, and we will be using this ref to find the current scroll position and what we need to do whenever we scroll. So like, and also we will be having a state here called selected index. So now we're gonna be using a use effect here, and inside this we're gonna be adding an event listener, a scroll listener to this page ref. So we can directly write page ref dot. So the scroll listener will be getting an event whenever a scroll is happening. So let's try to add something inside the scroll listener. So we can find the scroll position using the scroll top, and we also have client height as. Now we're gonna be getting current active index equal to. So it will be taking scroll position and client height, and this will be giving me just. Because we know like whenever you scroll there will be a scroll position and the height will be the height of this particular page, which was viewport height. So we can just divide it and round it to get the index. So this will be our current index, and we will just set selected index equal to. So now let's use the selected index. To this dot we're going to be adding this active prop, which is just a comparison between the selected index and this position, which is I. So now here this dot will be getting this active, and in the styles, so in the style we will be just checking like if this active is true, then we're going to be adding a style active, or else nothing. So let's add the style active here, and let's see how it looks. So this was dark purple actually. So now it is dark, and whenever we scroll it becomes dark now. So we can see now scroll pills are working fine. We can add a click functionality to it as well. So let's try to do that. So we're going to be creating a function called the scroller. The scroller will be taking an index and it will be scrolling page to that particular index. So here we can just find the height to scroll, like the new scroll position. So the new scroll position will be just this index multiplied by this particular viewport height. So we can just write down height is equal to, and we know like we can just find height using this client height, or here we're going to be having this page ref. So we're going to be using scroll to, And inside this, we're going to be passing top as this height into index, and scroll. So we have this scroller here. We're going to be passing the scroller to this scroll handler to this dot, and inside this dot, it will be getting. We're going to be adding this scroller here, and this scroll will be getting. So inside this, we have a function called scroll handler, and whenever this is called, it will be calling the scroll. So we need to give it the index as well. So this I will be calling it index for now. So this index, I will be passing it here. It will be getting this index, and this will be passing this index back to the scroller. So now we can just add here on, and inside this click, we can pass this scroll handler. So let's see how it looks. So now when we click on this, it is jumping to that page. So now it is working fine. So now in this part, we added this about me page. We added the page component, and we also added this pills here. So in the next part, we'll try to add the navigation bar and further more things. So thank you.